Hello everyone, welcome to the TimeChampions podcast, the series that helps student athletes master the skills they need to balance life, learning and sport. This podcast is part of the TimeChampions project, a European initiative supporting young athletes with practical tools and strategies to manage their time, well-being and daily challenges. In today's episode, using digital tools and apps for time management, we'll explore how technology can help student athletes organize their schedule, stay focused, and make space for what matters most. Joining us is Nicolas Mouduros, an expert in digital tools and apps for productivity. Nicolas will share practical ways to build smart, stress-free routines and how the right tools can help you perform better in class and on the field. Let's get started. Nicolas, welcome. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and how you became an expert in digital tools and apps?
Thank you, first of all, Andreas, for the invitation. It is a pleasure being here and sharing my knowledge about the topic, which is quite interesting, to tell you the truth. My background is in computer science. I have been an educationalist in the field of IT, so I have taught several courses that have to do with technology, from very simple ones such as the ECTL to more advanced like the A-level in computer science, coding, and also robotics, new technologies, 3D printers, video game design. So I have, let's say, an all-around approach on education and also the field of technology.
So thank you very much for being here again. So moving on as well, like, why would you say that time management is especially difficult for student athletes who are balancing training, classes and personal time, being an educator yourself as well?
Yeah, I think you answered the question by saying what an athlete slash student has to be, the roles that they have. So they are, first of all, students. So this is a full-time job, being a student, plus being an athlete and trying to be at the level in today's sport. It's again a full-time job. So we have these two worlds clashing. So finding a balance and also finding room for being a child. Yeah. So a student is also a child. So finding time to be a child is also important. So personal time. And of course, time to rest, to clear your mind and prepare for either a sports activity or an exam. It is very, very important. So time management, not only for students slash athletes, but for everyone, it is something quite important,
Including adults as well, I would say.
Of course.
So like now with all of this technology and everything, like in what ways could like digital tools help student athletes take control of their time and of course the responsibilities that they have?
Okay, it's a very good question. So what I always say, if we have a situation, any type of situation, any type of problem, you need to like zoom a bit backwards and see the whole picture. So by having time management tools or any type of scheduling, it allows you to zoom out, see the broader picture and make clear decisions. Yeah. So if you understand what the important tasks are and you put them into order, the first one, the second one, the third one, and you have your schedule, it is always easier, stress-free. Very important. And one of the most important issues in today's life is stress and anxiety. So by having a schedule, this helps the students, the athletes, and us adults to be less stressed, to put everything in order and tackle each task at a time.
Mm-hmm. So that's amazing information to give. And like moving to the next questions, talking more specific as well. Like, are there any specific apps that you would recommend for planning, scheduling, or task management that would work well with active students?
Okay, my go-to tools that I use, it's Google Calendar.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very simple tool to use, very easy to add your activities. You can share it with others as well. And this is for, let's say, the week or the month. Now, if you have like smaller tasks within a day, then you can use a to-do list. There are a lot in online for our mobile phones. So there are a couple that I can recommend, like Todoist or To-Do List. Even OneNote that you take notes, so you can have all your activities for the day taken there, and you can synchronize it on mobile phones, on your computer, and so on. Plus reminders. Yeah. So I would say these three tools put together can be very, very helpful, and it is important not to over sophisticate things.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Just use one or two tools in order to arrange your to have your time management schedule.
Yeah, from what you're saying, I feel like that they're very simple tools. They're very straightforward tools that a lot of like people have in their phones. Most of them like already installed, and like I feel like if we keep it simple, it's easier to keep consistent as well. If we have simple apps as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our life is already really complicated, so trying to keep things simple at this aspect of time management, it's always better.
Perfect. So how can student athletes use these tools that the simple tools that we have to prevent a burnout and make space for both rest and recovery, you would say?
Okay, I would advise them to take some time, maybe at the end of a week on a Sunday afternoon, or if they can Monday morning, and to think about all the important tasks and activities that they have to do throughout the week. So one thing that you mentioned is to find time to rest. So you should put rest in your schedule. It should be a part of your time management, like saying that, okay, I will be working I will be at school from 7:30 in the morning till 1:30. I will go home. I will rest for one hour. That can be enough. So I can rest for an hour. Then I will do my homework for 2 hours, and then for 2 hours I will go and do my workout or my practice in the sport that I am participating in. We as part of the training that we were offering to our students for exams. Let's say when we have exams such as the A-level in computer science, part of the course is time management. Yeah, so we try to tell our students that you need to make a schedule, a program. And we started doing it with them. So we printed out sheets of paper that have the month. So for 3 months that they are preparing for the exams, to have a schedule there with everything that they do. So we sat with them. Okay, let's plan next week. So they sit down and they say, okay, these hours I'm at school. This day I have this test, so I need to study 2 days before. And also I have a major milestone. You were talking business-wise and milestones. So I have a major milestone, which is the final exam. So for that final exam, I need to study 1 hour every day. Yeah. So okay, we start with that. Let's start that 1 hour. How many hours are left? These many hours. Okay, let's add your hobbies, your activities, the sports that you are doing. Okay, let's add that. Okay, we need some time to rest as well. Okay, so what is your preferred time to rest? Is it the weekend? Do you prefer like going in the afternoon with your friends, having a coffee, or doing some sports in the weekends, or going just watching a football game or a basketball game? Okay, let's add that also. But you should know that you have to keep your schedule. Yeah. I tell my students, okay, even if you cannot follow 100%, even if you follow it at 80%, it is something. Yeah, because 80% means 80% of your tasks have been fulfilled. So this makes them also feel better and not feel that stress. I couldn't do this. But the next week that they will do their second planning, they are more wise. They now understand what they can do and what they cannot do in a specific time interval. So the next time they are making their schedule more precise. Exactly. So by the end of this period that they will reach to the final exam, which is the major milestone, they are able to make their own time management schedule quite efficiently. And the nice thing with this is that they take it even after they finish their studies with us. They take it this time management mentality to move on to university, to their life as professionals as well.
That's perfect, and I think it's very inspiring, especially for students or like afterwards people as well that try to balance a lot of things in their life as well. Like two things that are equally important to them, so like their sport but also studying as well. So I feel it's such important knowledge to have as well. Moving on to the next question, like what would you say, like after all this, like a simple digital routine you would suggest for a student athlete who is just starting to organize their time with the apps?
Okay. As I said before, you should see the broader picture. Yeah, you should sit down at the end of the week and plan your next week. So take 15, 20, 25 minutes and plan out your week on a Google Calendar. In the morning, before your day starts, take 10 minutes, write down your today's tasks. Go through your Google Calendar and see and plan out your day and say, okay, I have this, and this plan, and also I have this small task as well, and see how it works out. So for some works out if they start in the morning and they do this mental process in the morning. Some others feel better late at night when everything else is done and they have cleared their minds to sit down and write down the tasks of the next day. So it doesn't take that long. So and I recommend it. Yeah, everyone should try it. It will be 15 minutes at the end of the week, and then 5 to 10 minutes every day, just to, let's say, fine tune it and see what the important things of the day are, so your tasks are completed.
Yeah. And I think like if you put like a little bit of more effort, it's gonna help you throughout the week so much more than
Definitely.
just trying to make everything like last minute as well.
Consider it as an investment. Yeah?
Exactly.
So it's like investing money now. You will get the benefits later on.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, like we're talking about all this, but like, do you notice any like common mistakes to avoid among students who try to over manage their schedules with too many tools or too many structure?
Yeah, you also mentioned it. If you overcomplicate things and you use a lot of tools, some way you will you won't be able to cope. So keeping it simple, and also learning from your mistakes, learning and understanding what you can do in a specific time interval. It is very important, and you become more wise. So if someone asks you, Andreas, let's do this thing tomorrow, it will only take 2 hours, but you will say, no, I mean, I've done this before and it was 4 or 5 hours, so let's plan it better. So things work out the way that we want to. So yeah.
No, I think that's very important for all the students to hear as well. But of course, some of the students might feel overwhelmed by technology. So how can digital tools actually could simplify their day rather than add more stress? Because I feel like a lot of students right now, a lot of young people as well, not only students, live on their phones, and that brings them sometimes a little bit more stress as well.
Okay, so what I would recommend is the way we do it in the classroom. So we print out a calendar. So instead of having a digital device, you can have a small calendar and you can write it there as well. If you feel that technology is not your friend, but technology should be considered as a tool, of course, not to dictate our lives. But if they feel more comfortable like that, why not? But I truly recommend simple tools, as I mentioned earlier, Google Calendar and To-Do list. They are not that complicated and quite simple for anyone to use.
Perfect. So moving on, like what role can coaches, teachers, or of course always families play in helping young students use these tools effectively and efficiently, of course?
Okay, very good question. So concerning coaches, having let's say a structure in your day, and it's a form of discipline. Yeah, so sports teach us discipline. It's all about discipline. Whether it is a team sport or a single person sport, you need to have discipline. And through time management, it is a process of discipline. So teachers and coaches should encourage time management because it teaches discipline. Now, for parents, they can also be part of time management. So shared calendars with the family, so everyone knows what each person is up to, what they are doing. If they are under a lot of pressure, you can see that in the calendar. And also by sharing this information, parents also become part of the solution, supporting their child, helping them to conquer each activity one by one according to the schedule.
I think it's very important because at the end of the day as well, like you could see that with the knowledge that the parents have about the schedule of their child, they could be more understanding when they feel like that the child is under like a lot of pressure, or like the student is under a lot of pressure. So they could have in the back of their heads like, okay, my child right now is under a lot of stress. Maybe I can approach the situation in a different, more caring way as well instead. But also it would be the same maybe if the parents use the calendar for the student athlete to know that their parent is always very like there's under a lot of pressure with work as well. So they would come back to the house and have a little bit more understanding for their parents as well. So it's better with communication and understanding what's going on.
Exactly. It's to share knowledge, to share each one's schedule. It means to share each one's burdens, let's say, or I wouldn't say burdens, but tasks that they have to complete. So it creates a more inclusive, let's say, family environment.
Exactly. So finally, coming to our last question, how can these digital time management skills benefit student athletes, just like we said, beyond school and sport, in future careers, everyday life? We have already mentioned a little bit as well.
Time management is not about when you are in school or when you are an athlete. Time management is for everyone. To be a successful person, an entrepreneur, or a person working in any type of environments, having time management skills, it's essential. Our lives are quite complicated, quite burdened with a lot of responsibilities, stressful. So by having time management skills, we can have time for work, time for family, time for ourselves to relax, because we are human beings. We are not machines. So we need the time to also relax. And by managing our time, we can have time for all of these activities.
Exactly. Even more time to relax and everything, because we have everything structured and we get more time.
It's, as we said earlier, it's an investment.
Exactly.
Right? So you invest now a few minutes or hours, and you get the results a bit later on in life.
Perfect. So that brings us to the end of today's episode of Time Champions podcast. A huge thank you to Nicolas Muduros for sharing his insights on how student athletes can use digital tools to stay organized and balanced. Remember, the right apps and habits can turn busy days into manageable routines, helping you succeed in both your studies and sport. Stay tuned for more episodes as we continue to support young athletes on their journey to becoming true time champions. Nicolas, thank you so much again for your expert knowledge.
Thank you for having me here, Andreas.
Thank you very much.